Դուք լսում եք Ժամանակակից արվեստի ինստիտուտի ոդքասթը։ Այստեղ մենք քննարկում ենք ինչ ասես, հիմնականում արվեստ։
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us on this new episode of our Guest at Nest podcast. Today I have the pleasure to host, actually it's not one guest, it's a duo. It's Stefano and Nicolò Colciago. They are from Milan, Italy, and so they formed this duo some 10 years ago. They work and research together, and their work focuses on the rough, ruined, worn-out industrial materials. So they both teach at the new Accademia of Fine Arts in Milan, and they also co-founded the SPAZIENNE project that they will talk about a bit later. So Stefano and Nicolò, they spent 2 weeks at the Nest Residency, and so they most of their time was exploring all these abandoned places, factories, pioneer camps, collecting objects and stuff to create composition. So today we're talking only to Nicolò. So hello, Nicolò. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Achod. I'm very glad to be here with you and to answer to this interview.
So first of all, could you tell me about the artistic background of your duo, how it formed, how you decided to get together, what common references you have, like your influences, inspirations?
Yes, of course. Me and Stefano, we met 10 years ago, actually, or maybe a few months more. But we met during the final year of the Master in Visual Arts and Critical Studies. So we started, a confrontation, a dialogue as a friend, and then we decided to share some school projects. And during this path, or in the meanwhile, we recognized that there was a sort of magic fluid between us. So we decided to go deeper, and we challenge ourselves, deciding to share the whole research. Basically, what we do is start every project or every series of artworks with a talk, with a walk in our place. And after confrontation, after a dialogue, then we decided to act with materials. And finally, a project can have a shape. But during this 10 years, a lot of things also changed. For example, at the beginning, when we started working together, we also founded this project with other 3 artists that are very close friends of us, that it's called SPAZIENNE, as you said, and it's a collective production house for our project. So at the beginning was the idea of use spaces, not without the idea of art spaces, but to collect and activate spaces with different characteristics. This project had also a logo, and we took care of all the, stages. So how to build an exhibition, the graphic aspect, the communication, the display, everything was based on our taste and decision. So in 2017, something happened really important for the research of me and Stefano. We decided to make our first hard journey together, because we decided to start an hiking from our studio to Dolomiti. So it was 20 days long, more than 500 kilometers, and it was like challenging ourselves to work without a proper studio, to observe and to make visual notes of all the techniques and texture that we were, meeting during this journey. And yes, we started also a series that it's very connected to what we developed during our residency at ICA.
Since you are like an artist duo, can you tell me about the creative process? How do you work together? How does it work, so that an artwork emerges at the end? How do you get to this point?
This is a very typical question because people are curious about our methodology of work because it seems weird to work in, four hands and two heads. But I think that it's very simple if you learn how to do it. I can think of a lot of musicians or duo in music, but with visual arts maybe it's not so common. Yes, we start to tell each other what we like, what we observe in everyday life. It started like that. Not planned, but we recognized many years ago that our environment, the landscape around us, was the starting point of what we wanted to and still want to explore and to also translate in shapes. So basically, every project, every artwork start with, sharing things. So you have to, not take seriously your ego, but only part of it, and start to share with the friends, with the colleague. What do you think about something, some feelings, some suggestion that this particular material or object give you? So it starts like that to, a confrontation, a dialogue, and then it changes plan in a way. It changes a layer because from words or from speech, it became something physical. So we start managing material. Work with hands. So it always happened that from ideas and suggestion, it became something about the physical process of the material.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes from the two heads to the four hands.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And so coming to Armenia, how did you decide, how did you choose to come to Armenia? How did you meet Armenia before coming here, let's say?
We were very curious since many years ago of some architectures and places that we saw only through photograph or through documentary. But it happens thanks to Giulio Verago, that is the curator of Via Farini, that it's a residency in Milan, that coming back from a trip to Yerevan, to Armenia, we met him during an opening and he was, delighted to tell us, oh, I've been in a place and you have to go there because I felt, he said, because I felt that there you will find very interesting things. And he was right. When we heard these words, we decided to take this idea very seriously. So we participated to an open call to achieve funds. It worked very well because we won the prize and we made it. So it was the perfect occasion to meet your country, and also yes, we had the occasion to make a dream possible in a way.
And so tell me, what is it that you discovered in Armenia? What is it that impressed you the most as an artist in the land, in the people?
We had the opportunity to make a lot of exploration during this 2 weeks residency. So I think that everything when we woke up from the early morning to the late night was always a discovery about people, about urban landscape, about the environment and nature outside the city. When we started to walk around Yerevan, when we start to collect photos, to collect material, it was, really digging into something that has a lot of meanings. So for us, for our research, it was beautiful to have the opportunity to get lost through the city, to rent a car and not being stuck only in the urban landscape, but go outside and discover something that it's really different from the city center, for example. So basically, let's say that we had the occasion to get in touch with something, and I hope though also that it's, only the beginning, because we collected more than 3,000 photos taken with the camera. I think the same amount with the phone. So we made videos and photos, very focused on texture, objects, wasted material that we found in the cities, landscape. How also we tried to record also how the landscape changes very fast when you move through with the car, for example, or from the north part of the country to the south. So the idea was to be open to the meeting with people and the landscape and discover something new.
And with all the materials, inspirations, ideas that you gathered in these 2 weeks, do you plan to do like a project, an exhibition? What's going to be the outcome?
During the period, we decided to keep on doing a series that it's related to the project of walking through the landscape that I told you before. So from the studio to Dolomiti, that it was called Dislivello. In Italian it means the measure of the height and the quote of mountains. So we kept this series of arrangiamenti, that it means arrangements, because it's a series of little sculptures. So little assemblage of elements that we collect and found through our, exploration, let's say in an easy way like this. And arrangement, it has these double meanings, because in music it's kind of an adaptation of existing songs or existing composition, and physically it has the meaning of a group of objects that have been put in a particular order or position. So this idea of working with the melody in a way, and with the shape of the object, it's a good balance of our idea, because this series of sculpture, it's really instinctive. So we play a lot with something that we called arrangio in Italian. That is when you have to do something. So when you have the need to do something, you can adapt all the things that are around you. So your brain and your let's say manual work, it has to adapt to the situation. So we made 9 little sculpture, and part of the process was also to leave them abandoned in a way in the landscape. So during our let's say journey or exploration session, day per day, we decided where to abandon this series of sculpture, each sculpture. So you you can find it in the landscape. We recorded this let's say combination of sculpture, so the artwork and the landscape, through a series of photographs.
And so, yeah, my last question is, when will you be back in Armenia? Because we hope that we can organize some, exhibition or a bigger scale project with you.
When immediately when we were back to Italy, we were, thinking about this question, because I think that during this period we had a great opportunity to collect images, to visit places. In between two big focus that are really part of our research. One is architecture and post-Sovietic or Sovietic modernism, and the other one was to explore also ancient form of architecture in between religious and the, let's say, part of the city. The natural landscape too. So we found a place where investigating these three aspects together, it's possible, and it's very dense. So you can go deeper in these three topics together. We would love to be back to you, next year or something like that, because we want to work on different phases, different step of what we have collected. We didn't have a specific plan yet, so the strategy it has to come yet, but yes, it's part of our, let's say, projection to new project for the future. So I hope to be in touch with you, and we will love to share also next project developments and exhibition.
Good, perfect. Thank you, Nicolò, for sharing all these insights. Thank you, Stefano, who talked through you, I guess. And yeah, we'll hope to see you soon. And good luck on your artistic path in Milano.
Thank you very much, Achod. Thank you.